if you can bear with me this morning, that's what I'm going to do. Oh, let's see, how do I even start this? Where's Shalane? She can tell me how I start this. Oh, she didn't come. I told it 26 times, and that's enough for her. So, growing up in a family of 7, I had incredible parents. I was born a stutterer, just like my dad. And so that caused a lot of anxiety for me. Wanting to raise my hand in class, but not wanting to because I couldn't get the word out. Walking across town because I didn't want to call somebody, just those little things. And so I knew that there were certain things in life that were just not going to be possible for me. And I continually told myself what those things were. They were anything to do with talking in front of people, trying to sell something, yes, and being in the spotlight at all. I spent my life trying to avoid that. And I got married to my wife because she was the aggressor. I didn't know what was going on at first. I did not date, I did not dance, I tried to avoid any type of social activities whatsoever. And she offered to help me bathe. Well, okay, I'll tell this part of the story because this is kind of funny too. She called me to ask me out, and I said, "Oh, I have to babysit my niece." And she said, "Oh, I love babysitting." And I had something I could have gone to that night with my buddies, and so I said, "Really?" Because I was hoping to go to this with my friends. Long, awkward pause. And then I said, "Oh, did you mean with me?" She said, "Yeah, I was kind of thinking with you." "Oh, yes, of course, yes. That sounds great." I was still clueless. But she stayed with it, fortunately. And only 5 months after we got married, I started to get sick. All kinds of different things going on. And it turns out it was some parasites that I had gotten on a church mission that I served down in Brazil 2 years prior. And there's these certain parasites that come in dormant and then they wake up later. It was causing me all kinds of problems, and my mom found a tropical disease specialist at the University of Utah Hospital, which was a 6-hour drive from our home. And so I said goodbye to Shalane. She had to stay for her job, and I was going there for a 3-day treatment. And I went all the way to the hospital, and I checked in, and the nurse checked me in on the first floor on just one of these little rooms with the curtains, and then she came back to get me, and she said, "Oh, Derek, we're going to move you up to the 5th floor." Walked me up to the 5th floor, brought me into this corner suite with a view, nice big room. And I said, "Wow, thank you for the upgrade." She said, "Oh yeah, people with your type of leukemia always get their own rooms." I said, "What?" She said, "Oh yeah, you have acute myeloma." "Oh, that's the bad kind." "And I see that they want to start chemotherapy tomorrow." And I said, No. I'm the parasite guy. Check your charts again. And she did. She verified my name and my date of birth and all that. And I still was convinced that it was some kind of mix-up. And then she asked me some more questions, and she looked down at the chart, and she looked at me, and she looked at the chart again, and then I saw that she recognized what she had done. "Oh, you just got here today, huh?" "Yeah, just a second, I'll be right back." Left. I was sitting in the room all by myself going, that's impossible, clearly. I have parasite, I don't have leukemia. After about 30 minutes, this train of doctors came into my room. And then I thought, maybe they know something I don't. And they confirmed that I had leukemia and that I was fortunate to be there at the timing that I was, and they found it because of the other treatment that I was going to get. So I had both, yes. And I called Shalane and told her, and that was obviously a moment that changed our lives forever. Now we can look back and see it really, truly as one of the best things that happened to our marriage and to us and to our family. We both wanted to know, of course, what that would mean to the possibilities of us having children, and the doctors said, well, We don't have any documented case of somebody getting this type of chemotherapy and having children. And I have 5 here on the boat that are the first documented cases. And so for this type of chemotherapy, it would get the chemotherapy, which, in case you don't know, I thought that chemotherapy was going into like a huge microwave oven, and the lights were going to come out, and just cook but no, it's really just a controlled bag of poison, and they hang it on the pole there, and it drips in me for 6 days. While it's coming in, I felt relatively fine, but it's the 3 weeks afterwards where they have to take you to the brink of death to try to basically kill all the cells in your body, hoping that the cancer cells also don't come back with it. And so it did. It killed every cell. And in fact, on my toenails, I have a line of dead for each round of chemotherapy that I had. And those are my little tokens. But it's in those moments that I learned some of my best lessons in life. And I made some of the best friends that I ever made. Because I had to live in the hospital for 4 months and 1 day. I went through those treatments faster than they thought that I could, and it was because I was being so blessed. I made several friends, one of whom name was Greg Johnston. He was a cowboy from Vernal, Utah. And he came in there and he said, "Derek, I don't got time for this. I just like to get drunk and fight." And he said, and they usually happen in that order, actually. And I said, "Greg, well, you won't be doing either of those for a while here." And we became just the type of friends that you can form when you're in a foxhole together. Mm-hmm. And our